Hi, it's me, Mila Rose, and I'm back with another video, and I've been trying to figure out what video I wanted to do today. You know what? I think the video I'm going to do is a video I've never done before, but one that's about maybe like finding peace and healing. So, I don't know what kind of reading I'll get from that, from like the intention to be like, how can Pisces find peace and healing, or like explaining what that process is looking like. But I think that's the video I'm gonna do. So we'll see how this comes out. We'll see if I like it, and if so, then like yay, and if not, then I'll just never do it again. So let's see what we get. Ooh, okay. You got the Hermit in reverse as your first card. So Pisces, if you've been isolating, it might be time for that to, oh yeah, and you're clarifying first out the gate is the Sun card. It might be time for you to let that go, to come out of your cage, to reignite or re-engage with folks and let them know what's going on in your life, connect with them. Let's see what else we get. Okay, we've got our two for this section. Ooh, King of Wands came back out. Alright, so Pisces, if you've been in hermit mode, if you've been kind of like spending a lot of time by yourself, really reflecting about all the things that have been going on, like where you want to be, really trying to gain wisdom from what you've experienced, it's definitely time for you to come out of hermit mode. And of course, like, let me mix this so you can actually see it. There we go. Always helpful. Okay. First, we're seeing that part of what's happening here is that it's time for you to be in the sun. You got the Sun card. It's time for you to be appreciated for what you bring to the table, for the gifts that you have, for what it is and the role that you play in the community. Oh my goodness, I didn't even like really look at these cards. We got the Sun, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Wands. There's a lot of fire energy going on here. It is a lot of stepping into your self-confidence, knowing your self-worth, raising and accepting your self-esteem. And part of this is probably just that, you've been in this reflection mode. You've been kind of pulling yourself apart in the sense of setting yourself apart, not interacting, not engaging with individuals. You also might have experienced some folks who are, who were beating you down. And if you're needing to kind of take space in order to get back to a better place internally and to find peace and happiness, and that means you have to kind of isolate and pull yourself away from maybe some of your more taxing or energy taking activities, then more than likely you've been engaged with individuals who have pulled a lot of your energy out, who were not, very kind to you, who were not being very mindful of you, who were not like seeing you in the best light, and were putting you in situations where you weren't able to feel appreciated. You weren't able to be the sun, to step into this fire energy. And, we have Mars in Scorpio right now, and Mars in Scorpio is very much so can be a defensive energy. It can say that, like, it's looking at how other people are treating you, Scorpio. It's looking at the work that you've had to do in relationship with others, your own really deep internal work, the things you've had to leave behind. And it's saying that on the other side of that, this is Phoenix energy. On the other side of Scorpio, you may start as the scorpion and then get to the snake and then get to the eagle. And so, you have a larger view, a larger scope of what's going on. And then you're eventually reborn as the Phoenix. And right now it's saying that it's really a time for you to come back as the Phoenix, Pisces. You might be feeling that just like really down energy, but focus on the things that you do well, focus on the areas that you excel in, and focus on the people who appreciate you. Your next card is the World card. What an amazing card to get. Like, when you let yourself be seen, regardless of like if other people are accepting of you, this isn't about other people. It's the Hermit card in reverse. This is about you and you putting yourself out there for yourself. So if you're doing this for other people, and the thing is though, we can, like always, let me read this in a different way. the Queen of Wands could be a fire sign coming in to help you. The King of Wands could be a fire sign coming in to help you. Like, there could be other individuals who do want to support you in this, but it also can be you stepping into this energy. And with the World card, we go from like, it's your time to achieve your dreams. I know that if you've been experiencing something where you feel really hurt, Pisces, or you feel very like, am I on the right path? You're looking for confirmation. You're looking for affirmation. Like, this is a time for you to receive that, but that won't happen if you're hiding yourself away. You know, we get a King of Chalices, beautiful card like this. Maybe this might be a water sign coming in. You have so many people in your reading. If these are all different people, there's a lot of people showing up in your reading right now, but like a very nurturing, caring, masculine water energy, protective, but also, you know, maybe a little dreamy, a little watery. It's, you know, we love Pisces energy. So this could be you really like stepping into your power. This could be you saying like, I am, oh, it's a Knight of Chalices. I was like, this doesn't ring this. This is not giving me like King of Chalices. Knight of Chalices energy. So like much more like self-assured of what your emotions are, much more confident. It's a spillover of your previous reading. I'm much more confident in being able to express and hold and understand your emotions and where they're pulling you to and how they're getting you to move, like what they're inspiring you to move like. You know, we get the World in that, and the World is saying like, put yourself out there. The Hermit in reverse. Move into different spaces, maybe even move, maybe purchase a new car, get something that increases your ability to see more of the world. If that's not an option for you, you can also look at resources like the internet or like travel magazines or reading books about different spaces, going to see movies about different spaces, especially like the world that you want to live in, like your vision of the world that you want to live in. Start to spend more time taking in that or finding ways to take that in and live that out now. So like if you are like fully moving into like, I'm just going to live in this magical fantasy world, like those are the types of things you need, the entertainment you need to consume, the books, the movies, the things like that. Start decorating your home like that. Start, you know, purchasing clothes that match that aesthetic. Like what movement, what action can be taken in order to like live out how you want the world to be for you. If it's you wanted to excel in a new field and something that's more in alignment with like your natural talents and things, start to do those things. Start to put them out there. Start to like go to the events or just start to talk about it. You know, like Queen of Swords, start to talk about it. And find those boundaries. Find the ways that you need to communicate that are very clear and very stable so that you're able to articulate your thoughts, share your thoughts, talk to other people, connect with others in a way that nurtures and supports this new world that you're stepping into. Okay, so we get the World, so a cycle ending, the end of a cycle, the end of this phase where it was like, okay, I may have been experiencing a lot of hurt. I may have been experiencing a lot of judgment. I may have been experiencing a lot of abandonment, isolation, people turning on me, you know, all the things that would kind of take that. Ooh, yeah, we're not taking all of this. All the things that might have drove someone into that Hermit energy and been oppositional to a very fiery, strong energy. And it's like, okay, I have to find the way to balance this out. I love this. What a beautiful ending to your reading. We have the Six of Pentacles. And so this is about finding that balance. This is about like finding the balance, creating the boundaries, having the vision for what you want your world to look like, stepping out of that cocoon, stepping out of that shell, experiencing these rebirth that can bring you to the end of a cycle of pain and frustration, of isolation. And part of that is going to be you have to get to a space of balance where you're not overgiving, where you are not overgiving, but also where you're not taking more than what you then. Not that what you need, but that the idea that you are unable to provide or support yourself. It's on both sides. And often folks, you know, can end up on both sides. They can end up being the person who's always reaching out to other people. They can end up being the person who is always supporting other folks, giving them money, giving them opportunities, giving them chances, doing things like that. You know, like that could be you. That could be you. That's very much like a Pisces thing that could happen. But it's the chance to really say, I'm trying to figure out like how best to get this. There we go. I like that. That's much better. Okay. But it's up to you to really say, like, is that balanced? Do people ask me for things and I'm able to ask them for the same in return? Would I get the same amount of love and care and protection and support as I give out? And on the other side, if you're someone who is feeling like you often need other people to show you the way, to support you, to do things for you, you know, could they come to you and ask for the same? And if they can't, how do you find that balance? And part of that is it's a new cycle. We've got the ending of one. We go from 21 to 0, from the world to the fool. You've got to kind of jump in, and maybe you won't get it right first off, but like you have to jump in. You have to take the chance. You have to say like, okay, I'm ready to actually invest in my life and in relationships and community and partnerships that feed me in the same way that I feed them, regardless of what side you're on. Part of that will also lead to your Queen of Pentacles energy, or a Queen of Pentacles that can come in and maybe help you. Someone who's already mastered some of this balance of giving and receiving and can help show you and model for you how it is that you can function in that way, so that you're not so much just like feeling like the fool taking the risk. But either way, you end up in a space of victory. You will come out on top. Things will work out. And you will find that, like, yes, this period of isolation, this period of having to kind of be to yourself and of yourself has served its purpose to really bring a lot more balance and peace, which was the purpose of this reading. So, okay, I'm feeling pretty good about how this reading turned out. Balance and peace to your life. Let's see what our outcome cards are. I like to get 3, so hopefully we'll get 3. Okay, Justice. Yeah. Justice has been a very prominent energy lately. So we've got Justice. We've got the Hierophant. Ooh, Hierophant's been real active lately as well. Okay, we've got the Justice, we've got the Hierophant, and we'll get one more. It's a lot of major arcana cards as well. The 7 of Swords. Okay. So Justice card is telling us that whatever was out of balance, that's why I was like, okay, it's really important for you to like get this balance of give and take, get this balance of like investment and seeing those investments come to light, you know, taking that risk, taking that jump in on something that will hopefully be fruitful. It's showing you'll come out on top and it will be successful, but like that this investment, this chance you're taking will serve you well. Justice, a balancing is needed here, and that's the outcome of what we're seeing is that things have been imbalanced for you. Things were out of whack. You were not giving the time and attention that you deserved. You were not getting you were not able to share your skills and talents with the world. And now you're seeing that like, okay, it's that time. It's that time for me to share. It's that time for me to be more open and to put myself out there a little bit more, come out of my shell, come out of that space of reflection and like share whatever the light is with others. That's what the Hermit's doing. You know, and part of this is maybe you needing to move differently. You're needing to move differently in the world. You're needing to create more space for the world around you to reflect what it is that you desire. And it's part of it is taking a risk. It's taking a chance. It's taking a risk. So we see this balance that needs to come back into place. And you're going to get that justice towards the end of this month. We're still early enough where I'm like, this is definitely, I could say it's just a November reading, but towards the end of the month, you're going to see more of this justice come in, but you also might be seeing a little bit more of this structure and stability. You may also be seeing more engagement with, I always kind of see the Hierophant in a little bit as like the middleman. So maybe like additional people coming in, maybe getting more support from different areas, but also perhaps you even being able to kind of be the translator or to share this experience with others, and like offer that structure, that hierarchy, that stability in this process. And then the Seven of Swords is like, okay, so now it's, I think this is an interesting ending to get, which would list like justice, possible interference, possible middleman, possible like needing to step in a role of power, more influence, something of that nature, and then getting a Seven of Swords. Now, Seven of Swords is typically like lying, on dishonesty, things like that, being sneaky, stuff like that. But I also see it as being a little bit like scatterbrained. I also see it as like sevens is it's an odd number. It's a card related to tension and growth. Not like fives, but a little bit like fives, because sevens is more like the options, the opening up of things. And it's like you need to make a choice. It's like a card that pushes us towards like seeing what's available to us in order to have to make a choice. And so in a Seven of Swords situation, I always kind of see it as like taking time to yourself to figure out like what's the best way to approach, especially a situation where like maybe there is third parties, or where like you do need to be in a role model space, or you need to be offering advice or guidance to others, like really being clear on like where it is you want to move forward, and making sure that you have integrity. Justice card, balance is so important in this. Like you have to make sure that you're moving in integrity. I don't think it is a coincidence that it is the Justice card, the Queen of Swords, and then the Seven of Swords. Like you need to be honest about the situation that's going on. You need to be preparing for how it is that you want to move forward. You need to be preparing for what the outcome could possibly be. You do not want to move crooked in this. You do want to try to be vulnerable. I know that can be hard because all the cards are leaning towards the situation that brought about this need for peace and happiness and healing was something that may have been very emotionally damaging, coming from other individuals, especially out in the community, who might have been your friends or folks that you worked with, all of this Pentacles. So I know that can be difficult to be in that space and feel like, yes, like I don't have to be super protective of myself, and like I can be honest and upfront, but it is very important that you act with integrity this month, and that you just be very honest and open. And if you don't feel comfortable being honest and open and transparent at this time, say that. Like, that's the boundary. That's Queen of Swords energy. Queen of Swords energy is not always just being able to like bring the sword down when necessary, and maybe be a little harsh, very logical, very like all of those things. It's also the ability to be able to say what it is that you feel and you think in an appropriate manner. That's that Libra energy, and we love it. Justice card. Understanding and being able to read the room, but also understanding yourself and how to communicate what's going on with you. So if you're not in that space to be able to show up as justice, to be able to show up as like honest and upfront, especially if you're getting more information about things that were going on that might have been like not as they should have been, even though you're in a better space now, don't go back to or react in the way of how other people treated you because of what's happened that put you into this space. If you want to move forward in the best way possible for yourself, you have to be open, you have to be honest, and you have to be upfront. And if you are not in a space where you're ready to do that yet, you need to ask for space, you need to ask for time, and you need to just tell people that you're not ready to talk about it or address it yet. And if you've done the work of this Six of Pentacles, you will have cultivated, or at least started to cultivate, relationships and partnerships and engagement with others, and even systems that allow for you to have that space to get there. Okay? So that is how we find peace and healing in the month of November for my Pisces. So I love you very much. I hope that you have a wonderful month. And please take care of yourselves. Please put yourself out there. And please be honest with yourself and with others. Love you, love you, love you. If you want a personal reading or a private reading, my link is in my description so that you can book time with me. I do virtual and in person if you are in the North Texas area. DFW, Dallas, Fort Worth, Denton, all that fun stuff. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, do all the things for more videos. And I'll see you later. Bye.